be in frame. Good morning, Lou Ribbon, Sofa Strangler. Stranger, Sofa Stranger. Hey, Sofa Stranger. Hey, Zealin, how's it going? I hope everything is fine. Hey, that's interesting. Hey, Orby. Fantastic Friday, finally. Hey, Nareda. Sofa Strangler. Yeah, you're the strangest strangler you've ever met, for sure. Hey, Jordy, how's it going? Yeah, it is the 100 episode of season 2. Not too bad. Not too bad, eh? But that's an interesting thing, isn't it? We got 100 shows this year so far. It's pretty. Now I didn't switch to season 2 at the beginning of the year, or did I? I actually don't know. But yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? I was I was venturing back into all the old episodes, and I was looking at when I came back from IFCC last year, um, which was interesting, you know. Like one thing that I like had forgotten was how I did that surprise video to my son of having everyone cheering him, and how he became so happy and he had a tear in his eye. Oh, it was so funny. I wish that there was what's it called? Like for the longest time on all the streams, I haven't written like what the streams were about, you know. So if like I think that is a major flaw on my end. Like I should have had like highlights and stuff, you know. But for me, it's you know, I'm in the middle of it. You know, I'm just kind of painting and reacting and not really knowing what I'm waffling about. You know, it's easily, you know, that, but I wish I would have, because it's great for the sense of you know, like legacy in that sense, not like not in the sense of I'm a hero, but in the sense of a trail in history, you know, that I could go back and look at, oh yeah, this was the episode when I came back from my FCC, or this was it's almost like a diary. Which is interesting. And in the beginning of the streams, I was constantly playing music as well. If anyone remembers that. And ever since I've been having lots of copyright, almost daily, like someone putting in a copyright claim that like I'm playing their music. Zealin, yeah, it is comfort zone. What I'm doing is kind of like an orc, World of Warcraft-ish orc. It's definitely not comfort zone, but I don't remember who said, but like I've been doing some sketches for the 2-week challenge on Discord, where where the topic is smog from The Hobbit, right? That dragon, and I've been playing around with compositions and color, you know, just sketching while taking a break from working on my lecture. And one person commented saying, like, "Oh, it's great to see more, you know, like traditional fantasy from you." And for me, the reaction was, um, that like, what do you mean? Finally, like, for me, fantasy is so close to heart, and I've done so much of it. But lately, I can see that I haven't, and I've done a lot of everything else. So I thought, you know, why not go back to do lots of fantasy again? I mean, I used to do only fantasy for the longest period. Like, it was so much fun to do. It was like my go-to genre before anything else, really. Schmaze, no, I haven't done it. I was talking about previous year. I was looking at season 1 of 30-minute warm-up and looking at the stream in the archive from when I came back from IFCC. I had done my lecture. Next week, I will be doing my lecture at IFCC 2017. Oh, yeah. And I will do my best to try to stream it. I mean, last year, the internet was very shitty inside the venue where all the lectures are. So I don't know how easy it is to be able to stream it. So we'll see. I will do an experiment, like to see the connectivity in the venue. But if not, I will record it and stream it afterwards. You know, I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, it's I did a practice run yesterday. I think the timing of the lecture is pretty good. I think if I up the speed of how I'm talking, I think the timing is just the length is just perfect for the length of the lecture, like a 1-hour talk. I want to practice it a little bit more, like to talk it through again and again over the weekend. But yeah, it's gonna be good. Hey Morphia, good morning, welcome. Shmaze, yeah, I think that's the least thing I can do is record it and stream it afterwards. Selling it, I don't know, maybe sell it or maybe give it away for free and just ask for donations, probably. If you find it to be good, please donate. You know, that kind of deal. You know, I don't want to, in a way, devalue people coming to IFCC to hear me talk, but those also that can't, you know, not not trying to like stroke my own ego here, but I was thinking more about the workshop itself, you know, not me personally. You know, obviously the organizers want more butts in seats, and one way to do that is, oh, you want to hear him talk? Come to the workshop. So not sure really about how to do that or to honor their. I don't know. I'll give it a think. Kuru, yeah, I will. I will try to fix that as soon as possible, so they can do anything more than PayPal. I think there was a couple of people who wanted to donate that they can't because they don't have PayPal. So I'll try to fix that for sure. So let's see. Kuru, my experience with doing concepts from multiple angles. I think the most important thing to do when it comes to doing concepts from multiple angles, if you're going to be giving it to a modeler, and if it's more like towards orthographics, you really need to make sure that all the things connect in perspective. Thanks, number one talent, for hosting. Much appreciated. Thank you. Is you know, the orthographics, like when it's very kind of schematics in the sense of, you know, how so that you can model it, you know, when it's posed and you can see it's very schematic. It's really important that you go horizontally with lines to make sure that you start and stop at the exact same place, because not all modelers are able to understand and transpose the volumes that you've designed. You know, a lot of times the modelers kind of use it. If it's a good modeler, they'll use your concept as a springboard rather than thorough, you know, like you have to do it exactly like the concept, right? Some places do that because they outsource, and that's the problem. And if you don't know how to do it perfectly, these orthographics, they're going to get back the model that based on the concept that you've done incorrectly. You know, especially a lot of Western companies, let's say they use Chinese companies to farm out 3D modeling. They're cheaper, they do exactly only what they're told, and there's no in between things, right? So because what happened before was that they assumed that the Chinese, I mean, this is not everything is just Chinese, but you know, bear with me, that they when they wanted to do their artistic interpretations, you know, like a skilled artist does, there was a cultural difference, right? And the model wasn't translated or translated correctly, so it became an issue. So what they started doing was that they started telling these outsourcing studios, especially the Chinese ones, like, don't elaborate or do what you think is the best choices. Just stick to the concept provided, and that itself causes, you know, could be potential issues there if the concept isn't correct. It's not the outsourced studio's problem. They're just saying, all right, we do it exactly like you tell us, and it goes fast and without problems, right? So that is, you know, it's really good and also really bad depending on situation, right? So that's a big thing to do when you're doing orthographics or you're doing the same concept in different perspectives, is practice at least to have it exactly. And another thing a lot of people do mistakes about when doing the concept from multiple views is they're not switching the ellipses around correctly in perspective. Like if you draw a belt from the front, you know, the belt looks out one way, but then we look at the back, it's the same angle on the belt. So seeing from the side, it's like two bananas like that, right? But they're both angled like this. So the belt is like a weird loop. But I mean, if you see the ellipse going up at the belt in the front, the back of the ellipse is up, you know, because the hip is tilted forward. So that means the angle in the back needs to be reversed, but people don't do that. That's a big problem a lot of people do. No, common mistake, that the ellipses are always off. Another thing about what you should try to keep in mind is just that the volumes are correct when you do another concept. You know, and during the process of creating the concept, you know, sometimes you need to go back to the front view to change the proportions, and you should, if you come up with a mistake when you turn the camera, just don't try to solve it on that angle where it breaks. Go back to the front and change it so that it doesn't break in a different angle. Mean Machine. My kids, they are, my daughter is 6 and my son is 8. She's home today. You can probably hear her in the background.
All right.
Who of you played World of Warcraft 3? That RTS game back in, was it late 90s? All I can hear is the noises of the orcs, what they made when you were playing the game, while I'm painting this. It was so good. I loved. Hey, thanks Tino Andal for the follow. Yeah, Zug Zug. Yes. What? It was so good. Classic. I don't know enough about the lore and the characters. I feel to be able to give them the exact oh, come on words, accessories needed. Like I feel like they need some sort of, you know, gear that exists in the world so that people, people definitely who are into World of Warcraft will know, like, oh, that's the fangs of Gordor or whatever, Gandor. That's Lord of the Rings. I know. Don't shoot me. Um, these specific things that the orcs wear. Where I don't at all know that stuff too well. I haven't really been engulfed in the world enough. I appreciate it visually, but I definitely haven't like read up on my World of Warcraft lore. Oh yeah, Lurib. That's true. Tusk piercings. That is absolutely 100% true that they do. Now that you mention it, yeah. Tusk piercings. It's a pretty cool idea. They have really, really pushed the world of the orcs for World of Warcraft, I think. At the beginning it was just these barbarians, kind of, but they just really, really pushed it. By every iteration, they make it a lot better. They have nose piercings, right? I actually don't know if they have ring piercings or nose piercings. They should, shouldn't they? Where are we with time? 10 minutes left approximately. Oh, it's okay. I've had fun. We're a little bit less than halfway. I think the concept could be better, but could also be a lot worse. Most important thing is I'm having fun talking to you guys. Having a great warm-up. Definitely activating my brain, which is fantastic. Bjork, right? Yeah, well, in a way, like I was stuck into the world of StarCraft way more. Like visually, I enjoyed StarCraft a lot more um, than World of Warcraft. But none of them I was like engulfed in the lore of the world, right? It just I just enjoyed the visuals too much. It just didn't bother kind of learning about it. I mean, at the time playing, I knew the characters' names, those kind of things, of course. But there's nothing that stuck to my memory at the moment. It was so long ago when I played those games. Nothing bad about the world that they created. I mean, obviously, if I would have continued playing, I would have remembered who, what everyone was called. I remember like Zerg and Protoss or whatever they were called, the future ones. And what the humans were called, I don't remember. That's how much I cared. Yeah, Lurib, yeah, definitely. The models and everything is fantastic. Sofa Strangler, that's cool. It's a little bit of nostalgia there then. Yeah, but the thing is like um, visually a lot of it is really cool. They're so good at it, you know, to make the world believable and living. I mean, some of it, like what I got bored of was they had to feel the world, obviously, and not all the ideas are the best. So sometimes it's a little bit like, and for me, one of the things that I got bored of with World of Warcraft was just this, like, um, the game required you to grind so much. That's not helping. I didn't like it, so I kind of got discouraged. Mean Machine. No, but usually the lighting conditions, um, this is quite a normal lighting condition to have light from the top. But one of the bigger reasons why I do add the faded light from the top, because it places the character in the world a lot better. Because I treat the shadows differently at those points because of the fact that I bathe the volume. You know, I just kind of give the relationship between light and shadows a little bit of extra push by doing that. It just helps the presentation of the light, that extra layer of realism, kind of. And the top light is just, like I said, it's the general lighting condition of, you know, classic light from the sun. Hey, Captain Bose. Thanks, Morphia. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I tried to like do the light correctly, but also it's a 30-minute sketch and you can only get it right to a certain degree without doing a proper job. What's with my words today? I can't really think. My daughter maybe is throwing me off. I can hear her scream, being happy about music, I think. She likes music. Yeah, unfortunately, Bose, you are joining in at the very end of the stream. But yeah. So I'm hoping I'm hoping that next week I will be able to stream from my phone, streaming traditional sketchbook stuff while I'm at the workshop. So hopefully that it will be the case. Last year, as I mentioned, I was looking back at the old ones. Last year I was away from streaming for a week, and the view count took a hit because of it. You know, like people forget, obviously, you know, because you're not streaming every day, and they're like, oh, I'll just go and do something else instead. And then when you start streaming again, it's gonna be a lower view count. Yeah, so I'm hoping that I will be able to stream traditional. I don't know how I'm gonna do it because I don't have a phone holder. So worst case is I'm gonna be holding the phone like this while I'm sketching, or maybe put it on some shelf. I have no idea. I don't know how to solve it. Um, if not, well, then you know the reason why I'm not gonna be streaming, because I'm gonna be unable to. But hopefully I will find a good stable Wi-Fi, so that I can stream. Let's give the focal point a couple of seconds of extra love. And last little thing, I'd say let's add some desaturation to, where should we add it? The darkest darks? Nah. Mid-range? Ooh. That looked kind of cool. How about we move it? That's pretty interesting as well. I am confused of the application of this. That looks pretty cool. But no, that's better. What is happening? I don't get it. Whatever. This is confusing. Something like that. Or is it ruining the this? Let's not have it. All right. Okay, a turquoise dark in the strong shadow. All right. Let's try it. So where's the turquoise? Kind of turquoise. Kinda. Anyways, a little bit better. Very subtle. Hurri, yeah, definitely. All right, thanks everyone for joining in. Have a fantastic weekend. I don't think I will do a weekend stream because I want to practice the lecture, and I'm gonna be traveling after the weekend, so I want to prepare everything on the weekend, not just kind of throw everything together. So no Saturday stream. Have a great weekend. Hopefully we'll see each other on Monday morning as per usual with traditional sketchbook stuff. See you guys on Discord. Bye. Totally confused day today. Anyways, doesn't matter. Outro time. Bye. Thanks for joining.